So, second story I want to get into and talk about tonight is the Proud Boys fucked around and found out. Yeah, they FAFO. And as a result, a black church, they took full control of the Proud Boys name and merch on yesterday. I want y'all to take a look at this clip right here from Roland Martin Unfiltered as the pastor is being interviewed by Roland and talking about how the Proud Boys had to forfeit their trademark to their name and merch, and how they fucked around and found out that black folks aren't nothing to fuck with and no one to play with. Let's press play.
A black church in Washington, D.C. now owns the trademark to the Proud Boys. Yep, you might say, wait a minute, what the heck happened? Well, remember when that racist group vandalized Metropolitan African Methodist Episcopal Church in 2020? Well, they also got sued. Well, on Monday, Judge Tanya Jones Boisier granted the church full ownership of the group's now fully owned trademark. William Lamar IV is a pastor of Metropolitan African Methodist Episcopal Church. He joins me now in our Black Star Network studios. Pastor, glad to have you here. So this is quite a change. So take me back 5 years ago. What was it? They tore a Black Lives Matter flag down the church?
Yeah, so we had a huge Black Lives Matter sign in front of the congregation in solidarity with the movement. Of course, we know that often the movement and the church were loggerheads, so we wanted to show support for these brave folk who were standing up for us, as we've always stood up for ourselves. And they breached the property, they tore down the sign, and they videotaped it. They put it out on the former Twitter, shouting racist epithets. It was a horrendous scene.
And there were folks who were arrested because of that.
Yes, they were arrested, and we immediately sought legal relief. Immediately.
So you filed the lawsuit, but was part of that lawsuit to get the trademark, or did that?
So we sued them initially for an amount that now is about $3.1 million, and interest is being added. Mm-hmm. And because they did not pay, because they defied the order of Judge Kravitz, we then sued them for ownership of their trademark to get what was awarded to us, mm-hmm. because they continue to defy orders. And we will not be quiet. We will not sit back. We will continue to come at them as our ancestors have continued to come to those.
All right, and I want to stop that clip right there. Because it's very critical to what he just said. And we're going to tie this back to freedom, because if you were listening for any length of time, the pastor told you. So basically, he used their systems. He used their chessboard against them. And he fought back in court. And he legally took possession and ownership of the Proud Boys name and merchandise because of what damage they caused during 2020, the protests and the riots, because they did start riots in D.C. Well, really all around the country, but definitely in D.C. So basically, now the church owns their branding. They own the trademarks. If the Proud Boys even try and use their name or to sell anything without going to ask the church, their ass is going to end up right back in court, having to pay money. So, they thought they were master. But now we master. Now they got to come ask us because they fucked around and they found out. They found out that we understood and knew the rules of engagement and how to play their game. So this is a